Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, with our careful preparation, now we are going to have the second international conference of wood culture. Today we are very glad to get here in Nanjing to talk about wood culture in the world. First of all, on behalf of the organizing committee of this conference, I would like to express my welcome to all the scholars, experts, as well as the leaders and friends from other countries. Wood Culture International Conference is initiated by woodlab.com, and it is going to be held with the help of international friends and experts. The purpose is to promote internet exchange and communication regarding to wood culture. The first international conference on wood culture was held in February 2006 at the Northeast Forest College. In that occasion, over 90 representatives participated in that event. Ms. Dr. Wang Songying, Dr. Yi Tun, and Dr. Liu Songying facilitated that conference to talk about the protection of the wood culture and the promotion of wood culture, the forest culture, paper culture, culture network, and other very important contents. On the basis of what we have achieved in the first international conference on wood culture, now under the promotion of the woodlab.com and woodculture.com, the second conference is held today. The conference is initiated by Nanjing Forest University and woodlab.com. So here I would like to express my warm thanks to all the people who have helped to put this thing together. Ladies and gentlemen, now I declare the beginning of the second international conference on wood culture. Now I would like to introduce the leaders, experts, and VIPs participating in this event. Seated on the main stage is Dr. Howard Lawson from USDA Forest Service, Professor Xu Zhongyong from USDA Forest Service Sapling Research Station, Professor Guo Menglin from US Iowa State University Forestry Department, Dr. Zhang Shuyin from Canada FP Innovation, Professor Chen Xuhe, Director General of CSWR CSF, Mr. Xisen, the Vice President of Nanjing Forestry University, and the Vice Director, Mr. Wu Zhihui from Nanjing Forest University Forest Industry School. Also present today, Dr. Petro Rosen from German Heidelberg University, Professor Sanjita Gupta from Indian Forest Research Center, Dr. Li Liangxin from Japan Forest Promotion Society, Mr. Toko Itong from the former U.S. Tokyo University professor, Professor Shomov Vladimir from Russia, Madam Constance L. McDormand from U.S. Yale University, Madam Victoria L. Harin from U.S. Forest Science and Technology Society, Mr. Yang Kui Nam from Vietnam Forest University, Professor Wang Songyong from Taiwan University Forest Environmental and Resource Department, Mr. Wang Weiren from Hong Kong University Construction Department, Mr. Zhu Guangqian from China Wood Circulation Society, Mr. Lin Fengming from China Forest Scientific Technology Research Center, the Chief Scientist, Mr. Lin Fengming. Professor Lou Qingxi from Tsinghua University Construction School. Professor Jiang Xiaomen from Biomass Material Society. Mr. Hou Wenbin from Woodlab.com. Mr. Wang Qingyu, the head of Nanjing Foreign University International Department. Professor Zhou Dingguo, Nanjing Foreign Forest University. The delegates also include Professor Lu Wensu, very senior professor, Professor Fang Xuegen, and a lot of other famous professors. And today we also have the representatives from U.S. Big Nature Protection Society, Yunnan Civil Artists Society, and the representative from Nanjing Museum, Heilongjiang Province Forest Science Society, Shanghai Forest Research Institute, Shanghai Furniture Research Institute, Zhongshan University, Shandong Agricultural University, Beijing Forest University, Northeast Forest University, Nanjing Forest University, Fujian Forest University, Southwest Forest University, Zhejiang University, as well as a lot of universities and colleges from Sichuan, Nanjing, Ningxia, Qinghai, Hong Kong universities, so on. So the total number of the research institutes, including 30 institutes of higher learning, as well as representatives from the industries, academies, and the academies. So I'd like to express our warm welcome to all their participation. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to have the honor to invite the Professor Shi Qisheng, the director of Nanjing Forest University, to express respected Dr. Lawson, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Initiated by Woodlab.com and Woodcut.com, the second international conference on wood culture, hosted by Nanjing Forest University, is going to be held here. First of all, on behalf of the Nanjing Forestry University, I would like to express my warm welcome and congratulations to the holding of this conference, and to express my warm welcome to all the experts and the professors and leaders, as well as the delegates and the representatives coming to this event. As we all know, that wood is a material coming from the nature. Human being is based on comes from the forests, and the human being has created a splendid civilization with the connection of the forests and wood. So from salvage to civilization, during this long process, the human being has expressed their heart feeling and even worship towards wood and or forests. When we look at the history of the human being, from the ancient Babylon and the ancient Egypt and the ancient India, as well as the Chinese civilization, as well as the Yama culture from the South Africa, from all these ancient civilization, we can see the footprint of the wood and the forest. It has recorded the footprint of the human progress and human civilization. Because of this, we as a member of modern and civilized society, we need to think of the future and what we should do in future regarding the wood. Wood culture influenced the people's idea, thinking, as well as the artist's affection as well as human's health. So wood is very important for us to build a harmonious society and a harmonious world. Wood can be inherited. It is something of the ethnic group and of development. It has become a very important social phenomenon. Through the promotion and the development of wood culture, people understanding the deep meaning of the wood culture. Then people can take the wood culture, the promotion of wood culture as an important part of our efforts to build a harmonious society. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to facilitate our communication, Nanjing Forest University as an important promoter of the wood culture, I think I need to say something about our university. Nanjing Forest University can be dated back in the year 1902 when Mr. Zhang Zhidong, the governor of the Zhejiang, the Jiangsu, created the Sanjiang Normal University. Later on, the former Central University, Jinling University, and the forest part of a lot of universities has formed and developed into the Nanjing University. Now we have several departments in forest, landscaping, wood and forest technology, chemical technology and engineering, civil engineering, information technology, and we also have the graduate school, international education school, and continuous school. Now we have 5 schools and 37 departments. Now we have 52 undergraduate majors, 72 research stations. We enroll students all over China. We have about 27,000 students, including 3,000 candidate students and international students. Now, the university has contributed 60,000 professionals and talents to the country. Now we have 3 postdoctoral stations and 30 doctoral stations and 14 master degree stations. Now, because of we have been blessed with great geographic locations, now we can make a great contribution to the develop of the forest. Since we have established such a independent forest university, now we have built a special feature focusing on industry, agriculture, economic, and the legal departments. Now we have some international influence, and we focus both on academic research and student cultivation. Now we have cooperation program with Canada, US, and a lot of other international universities. Now we have a lot of foreign overseas students, and we now have cooperation with Toronto University and UBC, Singapore Art School, and a lot of other universities. Now we have cooperation programs at several levels. Nanjing Forest University, as an important multidisciplinary school in China, has made great efforts in promoting wood culture, and we will continue in these efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, the second international conference on wood culture is not staging in my university. A lot of international and domestic experts will come here to communicate with each other. Now, through this research and cooperation, we can achieve our purpose and make our own contribution in promoting the wood culture. In the end, I would like to wish the complete success of the second national conference on wood culture, and I would like to wish you a happy and healthy stay in Nanjing. Thank you very much. I would like to now I would like to have the chairman of this conference, Dr. Howard Norton, to say a few words.
Well, I would like to welcome you all on behalf of the International Conference on Wood Culture to this meeting. I'm sure it's going to be a successful one, and I would like to thank Nanjing Forestry University. Professor Shi Jin-sen had to leave to go to a meeting, but I'd like to thank him for all his cooperation in having this meeting here. I notice a big difference between this meeting and the meeting in Harbin. When I arrived in Harbin, it was about 10 degrees below zero, and when I arrived here, it was about 30 degrees above zero. So this is good, a little warmer. In any event, the first meeting was excellent, and I'm sure this meeting is going to be excellent too. This is also fortunate for me because this is my second visit to Nanjing University. We had a meeting here about 2 years ago, and my wife celebrated her 61st birthday here with a happy birthday party at the closing session. So I feel very happy to be back at Nanjing University in the beautiful area. I see a lot of the construction at the university that was here has been completed, and it looks very nice around here. Not as much dust and activity, so things have really changed in the last 2 years, as is all of China. I want to stress the importance of the culture of wood. And I can't say too much more than the Vice President said, but I would say that we do have a lot of changes in cultures in our world. We have countries where they were heavily forested at one time and they're not very forested now, but they're changing. Like South Korea would be a good example, not because they did anything wrong, because of the difficulties over the years, and also in Thailand, for using those as two examples. So we do have a changing culture with a changing forest in many of our countries in the world. Most of us have a very long history, certainly China does, of the use of wood and the importance of wood in the culture of its country, whether it be in fuel, because many thousands of years ago, human beings used wood for fuel. It was part of their culture. They also used it for hunting, to gather food, and they used it for shelter. We still use it for many of these same reasons today. So, I'm going to conclude by just wishing you all will have a good time. We'll see a lot of old friends and get together and talk about the culture of wood, which I think most of us believe in. So with that, again, I welcome you to the meeting and hope you all have an enjoyable time. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.